Hey guys, welcome to the daily editorial analysis of 16th of December guys. Yesterday I've given a question that regarding Sakhi one-stop center, which of the following statement are correct, and two options were given that it is a role to strengthen multi-sectoral, its role is to strengthen multi-sectoral response to violence against differently able people, and the second option was it was administered under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. And both options are absolutely not correct guys. It's absolutely wrong. So the correct option will be neither one and not do. Now why these are absolutely wrong guys? Yesterday I have just done a whole description about this Sakhi one stop center in yesterday's slide. So if you have not seen that guys, you please go and have a look onto it, then you will get to know about it, right? Okay. So the news of today first is about government has cleared the bill on instant triple talaq, and this was being cleared on the very first day of the winter session of the parliament. Triple talaq is also known as instant triple talaq, which is also called talaq-e-biddat. And it in the bill it has been said that the person who is giving instant talaq to his wife, that will be a cognizable offense, and the the husband might be sent under jail. All right, so actually this was after this is the step taken by the government after the verdict of the Supreme Court, which came on August of this year. And so that Supreme Court passed a landmark judgment in which they have said that the instant triple talaq is an illegal and unconstitutional offense in India, and government must come up with a bill regarding criminalizing it, right? So that's why government had brought a bill in which all the form of instant triple talaq, that is oral, written or electronic form, which have been proliferated in the recent times, because it was being seen that talaq is being given through WhatsApp, Facebook and all, right? So to curb all these things, this government has come up with this bill, and the bill will be adjudicated in all the cases of instant triple talaq across the country in all the states except one state, that is called Jammu and Kashmir, right? Because Jammu Kashmir has having a special status under Article 370, and it is being said that the bill will provide for the subsistence allowance for the harassed woman who has been triple talaq, and also her dependent child and custody right of the minor children will be attained by that harassed woman, right? And the person who is being who is giving instant triple talaq to his wife, so he is that will be cognizable offense, and he might be put under jail, right? Okay, this bill is totally clear bill, right? This is very fine bill. But the opposition parties are telling that if however the act or the bill seeks to violate the transgress the limit of the Supreme Court judgment what Supreme Court has passed on August this year, then they will not be supporting the bill. Means they will just do an analysis of this bill, that whether it is safeguarding the Muslim woman interest or not. But if that is found, if something is found which is transgressing the limits of Supreme Court judgment, then the opposition parties will not support the bill, right? Next news is about an interactive online portal which is being unveiled by the government of India on the occasion of Energy Conservation Day, that is Eco Nivas. Its full form is Energy Conservation New India Way for Affordable and Sustainable Homes. It is being organized by Bureau of Energy Efficiency under the Ministry of Power, and it mainly aims to demonstrate the India's achievement in energy efficiency and conservation while working for its ambition to holistic development as a part of nation's overall effort towards climate change and mitigation. Next news is coming from regarding World Trade Organization conference. Actually recently 11th World Ministerial Conference of World WTO has been done on Buenos Aires, which is the capital of Argentina, which is adjoining to Atlantic Ocean, and it is the part of South America continent, right? So the meeting has totally ended with a stalemate, right? And because there are questions which is being raised about the body's ability to govern the increasing dispute of global trade. However, the outcomes of the conference is somewhat positive for India, because whatever the proposals of India were there, so that has not been 100% agreed, but those are not been disagreed also, right? So let's see what India has proposed overall. So India has proposed 6 issues about public stock holding, special safeguard mechanism, mechanism, domestic regulation, domestic support, trade facilitation services, and e-commerce. And what India actually wanted, guys, we wanted these major things like permanent solution for food security by improving the existing peace clause. There's a peace clause existing in which the developed countries have sworn that we will not, ask the developing or underdeveloped countries that why they are giving, they are safeguarding the interest of their farmers by giving so much food security, benefits and allowances, right? So they will not be asking the developing countries and underdeveloped countries. So this is what India wanted, that okay, that is a peace clause, right? But peace clause is temporary clause. They must come up with a concrete clause, right, which is not being come up with, right? And they also, India wanted to stop entry of the new issues like investment facilitation, e-commerce and MSMEs. And also we want to safeguard WTO as a whole multilateral mechanism and promote multilateralism. Now what is India's achievement is this, that peace clause has not been diluted, right? Also there's no fast track in e-commerce stock, which India didn't wanted, because in e-commerce sector we are lagging far behind than the developed countries, right? So there's no commitment to curb the fisheries subsidies which Indian government is giving to the their fishing sector, so India can continue giving the subsidies to the fishery sectors. And also the new issues and non-trade issues like genders has not been taken forward in this ministerial conference of WTO. Next news is about Equivalent, which is a joint military exercise between Indian and Maldives government military. Basically this is being done to mainly exchange the each other's operational procedure and also enhance interoperability between the two militaries, and also will do counter insurgency and counter terrorism operation under this Equivalent exercise. Equivalent is a Maldivian word which means friendship. Next news about Vishwa Ved Sammelan. It is as such not that important, but it's important is for the history optional people, and also few points you can include in your ethics as well as your essay quote also, right? So basically the Vice President of India has inaugurated the World Conference of Vedas, which is called Vishwa Ved Sammelan, and it is being said that the Veda has a great relevance to the humanity of present day society, and it was having great relevance. It is having great relevance, and it will continue to have a greatest relevance in humanity. And the Yajurveda itself mentions that the knowledge of Veda is meant for the well-being of entire humanity. Vedas do not refer to any caste or community. Our civilization, culture, thought, philosophy of India, whatsoever is being existed in India, all things are rooted in Vedas, and they are the sources of knowledge and guide us in the advancement of our economic, social, educational and political fields. They also teach us how to maintain high moral and ethical standards. We get to learn about truth, non-violence, patience, penance and spirituality uplift from these Vedantic philosophies, right? Also Vedas conveys the message of religious harmony, equality and nation progress, right? Next news is coming up regarding our Northeast scheme, which is called non-lapsable Central Pool of Resources scheme, which is called NLCPR scheme. Now since we are talking about Northeast, guys, let's see, they are the constituent of Northeast states is basically constituent of 7 states, and they are also known as 7 sisters. Those are Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura and Assam, right? So these are the 7 states there, and government has basically extended the deadline of this scheme to March 2020. And now what does non-lapsable means, guys? Say for example, government is issuing 100 crore this year, right? So if the scheme will go in other year also, then the saved amount in this year's that is, say for example 80 crore has been expended and 20 crore has been saved, so that 20 crore will be added in next year's budget. Means government had to pay that 100 crore plus 20 crore will be added, which was saved previous year, right? So that is called non-lapsable. Now why it is being done? It is basically done to enabling the completion of ongoing projects which are ongoing, right? And the funding pattern under this scheme is 90:10, that is 90% will be given by central government and 10% will be given by the state government. Also guys, Union Cabinet has approved for the introduction of a new central sector scheme, that is called Northeastern Special Infrastructure Development Scheme, in which Union Cabinet has said that 100% funding will be from central government. Now, why this special infrastructure scheme is related to the construction of physical as well as social sector infrastructure. That is, physical infrastructure, they will be doing the construction of water supply activities, power, connectivity, and especially the projects promoting tourism. And in infrastructure sector, guys, basically health and education will be focused upon. Next news is coming about International Training Center for Operational Oceanography. Actually, the Union Cabinet has approved an agreement with UNESCO on the establishment of this training center for operational oceanography in Hyderabad. Now, it is being said that this training sector will, work towards development of the capacity of the countries around the Indian Oceanic Realms as well as the African countries on small islands under the framework of UNESCO, right? Also, guys, systematic oceanographic studies will be conducted towards providing information services to the various sector of the, people associated, like fishermen, whether it be people associated with the disaster management, people associated with shipping, ports, coastal states, navy, coast guards, environment, offshore industries, and all, so that their day-to-day operations could be more smoothened upon, right? And it is being said that through this International Training Center on Operational Oceanography, this is kind of an opportunity for India to emerge as leading country in the Indian Ocean, because this will also help India to forge cooperation and improve engagement worldwide. It is also said that there is worldwide increasing need to build the technical and management capacity, which has been recently happened in Hyderabad in the form of this training institute. And it is in future, marine natural hazards could more be can be easily predicted, and work might be done upon them on a very easy and smooth manner. Okay, coming to the next news, guys, it is about National Ayush Mission, and actually the cabinet has approved for the continuation of central sponsored scheme of National Ayush Mission up till 2020, that is 31st March 2020, and 22nd March is my birthday, so just wish me on 22nd March, guys. All right. Okay, sorry, let that phone was coming actually, guys. I'll hold it. Yeah, so let's discuss about the feature of it, guys. So the features are providing cost effective Ayush services with the universal access, also upgradation of Ayush hospital and dispensaries are the aim of this National Ayush Mission. Co-location of Ayush facilities in primary healthcare center, community healthcare center, as well as district hospitals, and also is strengthening the institutional capacity at state level by the upgradation of this Ayush Educational Institute, state government, and Ayush pharmacies. Also, guys, under the National Ayush Mission, there is they have said about the cultivation of medicinal plant by adopting good agricultural practices, so that sustained supply of quality raw material could be ensured, right? Next news is coming regarding merchant discount rate. Now, what is it, guys? See, after the demonetization scheme, government has said that will not ask for the merchant discount rate from the merchants. Now, what is this merchant discount rate? I'll tell you by giving an example. Actually, if you go to petrol pump, then you swipe your card, right? Say for example, the bill of your petrol is 100 rupee, right? So you're swapping the card, so point some zero something percent is being paid by the merchant to the point of sale services, right, whose services is being used by the merchant, right? So very minimal amount is being paid by the merchant to that bank. Now that is called merchant discount rate. It is being seen that after the government has again imposed charging this merchant discount rate, the digital payment has been lowered upon, right? So that's why the government is planning that we should return the MDR in order to boost the digital payments, right? So this is all about this news. Next is China has shrugged off hype over the build up. See, basically US think tank has released a new satellite image in which they have shown the deployment of radar and other equipments in disputed island of South China Sea. All right, so that's why this was in news. why this, though this is a disputable island, so China must not construct anything. But what China is telling, that we are doing a peaceful construction first of all. Next is, this is coming under our sovereign limit, so we can do whatever we want, right? But that is not good, right? And this is a matter which I want to put forth in front of you, so that you could actually know that where the Spratly Island is, where the Paracel Island is, what is 7-dash line, and why China is asking that, telling that this falls under the sovereign right, because they have there are the traces of hydrocarbon found in the Paracel Island region and Spratly Island region. That's why, right? Okay guys, next news is not that important. It's just to make you cautious that the deadline of Aadhaar to phone number and other different central and state schemes has finally been extended to 31st March 2018, right? So this was just a small news. So guys, this was all about today's news. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening guys. Thank you very much.